This is new video just into NewsNation from overnight at the U.S.-Mexico border. This is on a ranch just off the Rio Grande. But for the dragnets by the Texas Highway Patrol and Texas Rangers, all the illegal immigrants you're seeing in this video would be well on their way into the United States, including one with a conviction of aggravated robbery who was deported and then came back. Tonight, our friends at The Hill report that the situation on the border is a lot worse than you think. Border Patrol caught 4 known MS-13 gang members in a 13-hour span. 2 of them had been deported before. Lieutenant Chris Olivarez, the Texas Department of Public Safety, is quite literally on the front lines and joins us now from West Texas as the sun gets ready to set and the coyotes and smugglers come out. Lieutenant, good to see you. Help us understand the difference between what Border Patrol is doing processing all of these migrants who come across on federal land and what you guys are doing on the ranches.
Right. So great to be with you again, Leland. Thanks again for having me on. So what we're doing that's so different compared to prior operations along the border is that Texas DPS or Texas DPS troopers are now on these ranch properties, on the ground, walking these properties, looking for these large groups of illegal immigrants that are coming across, as well as working the train yards. That's never been done before by our men and women. And it's being done right now because U.S. Border Patrol is stretched thin. They're overwhelmed with manpower. They're stuck processing. They're not in the field doing what they're good at. And that's detecting these large groups that are coming across and detecting drugs. So we're having to fill that void, those gaps, by patrolling those areas. And this is what we're coming across on those videos. And some of these members that are coming across with these groups, criminal gang members, as you showed there, we came across a group a couple of days ago, large group of 25 illegal immigrants that came across a ranch. That particular individual had served time in a Texas prison, a 7-year term in a Texas prison for aggravated robbery, and was wanted for ICE for a deportation felony. So again, these are not your asylum seekers. And that's one thing the viewers need to understand, that these are not the asylum seekers that are coming across. These are single adults that are avoiding detection, trying to move further inland. And again, these are the individuals that are coming across our borders.
Yeah, so if we look at these groups, and I know you encounter them day in, day out, and you can charge them with state crimes, which puts a whole different bend on it than the federal people who are federal crimes or federal immigration laws that are just processed through. So the state crimes can carry a little bit more teeth. Is this a case of a bunch of people who just want a better life in America and 1 or 2 bad apples who sneak in with them? Or these groups of people who, but for escaping your guys, would end up committing crimes throughout America?
You know, and that's what we're seeing. And that's a good question right there. The group that we came across last night, I was out last night with our Texas DPS troopers on a ranch, and we apprehended 21 illegal immigrants. Majority of those fled from us on foot. They ran from us. So we had to chase them down. And with the support of our DPS aircraft, we're able to locate them. So again, some of these individuals are resisting our law enforcement. They're resisting apprehension, and they're avoiding detection. So again, these are individuals that are coming across our borders. And that particular group, I mean, we asked them, where were they going? What's the reason coming across the border? A lot of them just say they want to come and work. They don't have a significant reason to actually be across or come across the border. And that's what we're seeing. And in that particular group, we have people from Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico that came across that particular group. So again, different countries that are coming across and trying to move further inland with really no significant reason as far as to coming across here.
Yeah, so you have the people who are coming to work, and then, as you point out, inside those groups, you've got gang members and sex traffickers and everybody else. Encounters with migrants from different countries rose dramatically. Ecuador way up, Brazil way up, Nicaragua way up, by multiple orders of magnitude, these additional numbers. There's kind of these 2 messages, right, that we are, I don't know what this is. Do you think the Biden administration, by executive order, okay, Ecuador, 95,000 encounters. You can see just the huge spikes over time. You got these 2 contradictory messages, right? President Biden's campaign promises that are being used by the cartels to get people to buy into their smuggling programs. And then you've got your message from the Texas Department of Public Safety and Governor Abbott, who says if you come here, you're going to be arrested on state charges. Net, what are the cartels here, and what are the people wanting to come here for work here?
So that's, first of all, that's the reason right there. That's the issue right there, is the messaging. The messaging from day one from the federal government was to come to the U.S., that you will be released into the country. And they've seen that firsthand with families and friends that have come across that make that journey and get released into the country. So that messaging is also being exploited by the cartels and the smuggling organizations because they're profiting off of this current crisis for now. So they want these individuals to come across our borders because, again, that's money for them. And again, what we talked about earlier is these individuals that are coming across, it all has to do with the messaging right now. And of course, our message is that you come across Texas, you will be arrested. But again, now trying to incentivize some of these illegal immigrants by paying them, up to $450,000 a head, that's not going to help the cause right now. And again, organizations are going to continue to profit off of that and use that messaging to their advantage.
Yeah, well, they certainly have been. And we'll let you guys get to work tonight. Thanks for being with us, sir. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.